Hey guys, it's Isabella Jaii, and in today's video, I am finally doing a Q&A. So I asked you guys to give me questions on New Year's Eve, and then I asked you guys again to give me questions sometime in February when I was doing my February challenge, and I anticipated posting dang near every week in February for YouTube, but that didn't work out. So since we're being more consistent, since we're uploading more, here it is. This is a Q&A. So if you guys missed out on asking me a question in my last Q&A, definitely make sure to follow me on Instagram so you guys can be a part of the next one, or you guys can just ask me in the comments down below whatever question that you want, and I'll definitely make sure to answer it. So with that being said, let's get into the video. First question is goals for 2022. So as far as my goals go for 2022, I have like a few different ones, like, you know, health wise and all of this. So with my health, I really want to be under 300 pounds forever. I don't want to see this number again, okay? It can't be on my scale, at least. Really working towards that, working towards healthier eating habits. As far as like overeating, I want to kind of stop I really want to stop overeating. I also want to start to figure out better ways to cope with like emotional stress, because I do emotional eat like often, you feel me? I like to eat my sweets, my comfort food when I'm stressed out. Sometimes when I'm bored too, honestly, like when I'm bored, I just be wanting to eat, and it's like we can't continue to lean on food, sis. And then I also want to work on being more coordinated, because I'm very uncoordinated. Like, I'm very clumsy. I will fall over. I have bad aim. Like, it's just bad. So I really want to work on those things and my stamina, because I be breathing heavy. And I remember there was a point where I was doing cardio heavily, and I had noticed my breathing had improved, but like in the past few months, I kind of let that go a little bit. So I really want to kind of get back on that and like work a little bit more on cardio, increasing, you know, my breathing control, and that way I can actually work on my singing too, which, to go into my personal goals, I really want to learn how to control my breathing for singing, because I actually do sing sometimes. I'm not like the best singer ever, but I definitely can hold a note and I enjoy to. So I really want to like work on being a better singer, and just singing more and getting more comfortable with singing again publicly. Not to say that I'm gonna like drop an album or be out here performing, but it is like I just want to be able to just confidently sing more. I also want to dress a lot better, and I want to be like more experimental with the way that I dress, as far as like just stepping out of my comfort zone. Like, I feel like in the past year I've definitely stepped outside of my comfort zone as far as like just the way that I dress and whatnot, but I want to do like clothes that I actually wouldn't be comfortable wearing until I was a certain size. So I kind of want to challenge myself to kind of recreate the outfit in a comfortable way for the size that I am now, so that way I don't have to continue to push and put my life on hold because of my own limitations that I have on myself. Also, I really want to draw closer to God, and I want to read more of my Bible. I've read a lot of the New Testament, but I want to read the entire New Testament and eventually be able to say like, oh yeah, I read the whole Bible. But yeah, I just want to like grow closer to God and like be more intentional with like fasting and praying every single night, every single morning throughout the day. Like, I pray throughout the day, but like I want to set intentional time where I'm like actually getting on my knees to pray, actually taking time out to worship throughout my day. Like, I really want to do that. And I guess my last personal goal would just to be like a better person. Like, I really just want to be a better like friend and like sister, daughter, auntie, and eventually wife one day, you feel me? Wife. My next question is, how'd you get into photography? So for those of you guys who don't know, I am actually a photographer. I've been doing photography professionally since 2018, but like I've kind of been into photography my entire life. So I started like taking pictures with like cameras around the house, and then I would take pictures of like me or like my family or like my friends. And then eventually, like when I had got a phone, like I was taking pictures on my phone, but it wasn't until like high school for real that I started to take like actual pictures of like nature. And that was really kind of what set it off for me, because I would take pictures of nature and I would edit these pictures, and then outside of taking pictures of like random stuff, my friends in high school, I would take like off guards of them. And at first it was like a little funny thing, like it was like, oh, here come Bella with the camera, you feel me? And I would make my friends memes. But then I like really close friends, I would take their their photos for Instagram, like they off guards, because you know off guards was a thing, and I mean it still kind of is to this day, but it's not as much of a thing as it was back then. So I would take like my friends off guards and like their pictures to post for Instagram, and then people would tell me like, yo, like you should get into photography. And for me, I kind of always knew that I would. So eventually, leaving high school, I started to like really look into other photographers and just kind of see their work and whatnot, and I started to like kind of put together concepts, but I didn't have a camera. So at the end of 2016, which was the year that I graduated, I ended up saving up for a camera and I bought one, and then I started taking pictures for some people at church, and then from there people was like, hey, you do photography for this, you do photography for that. And then one day I finally put together a concept, and it didn't even go as planned, but it went as God's plan, you feel me? And on August 26th, I believe, of 2018. Yeah, August 26th of 2018, I launched J-Wave, which is Isabella Jaii, Jaii Wave. I'm Pacific Islander. So yeah, I launched J-Wave and it's been history. So that's how I got into photography. I kind of wanted to do like a longer extensive video one day to kind of like go into detail by detail. So let me know in the comments down below if you guys want to know how I got into photography, because I'll definitely make a video on that. Why did you start YouTube? So I actually started YouTube because this was something I've always like really enjoyed watching and like being on since I was a kid. I was definitely one of the kids looking up them Charlie Bit My Finger videos, watching just random stuff on YouTube, and more specifically I was really into watching the makeup videos, the morning routine videos, and vlogs of course, and then rants. Like I literally used to watch Lil Wayne Legacy when I was younger, and I would always just come home, watch him ranting on YouTube, telling his business, telling stories. And now that I'm older, I feel like I wonder if he was making some of those stories up, because some of them stories was stretched, but they were hilarious, and like I literally just enjoyed that. And I always kind of felt like I had the personality for it. Like when I was younger, I always wanted to be an actress because I've always been very theatrical. I've been very like over dramatic, over the top, like life of the party type of girl. So I kind of always wanted to do acting, but because acting didn't pan out the way that I anticipated it to, I felt like YouTube was the next best thing. And so as I got older, one of my close friends, she really was pushing me into doing it, and then I just kind of did it. I started my YouTube channel right before I really got into photography. So if it wasn't for me finally stepping out on faith and like doing my YouTube channel, I don't even know if I would be a photographer for real. So what is your current weight and what is your age? So my current weight right now, I am fluctuating between 337 and 342. I don't know what I weigh today. I ain't even gonna cap. I didn't try to weigh myself because I'm trying to get out of weighing myself every single day. The only time I do weigh myself is when I know I'm like eating very consistently and like clean. That's when I weigh myself like every single day. But outside of that, I try not to weigh myself. So again, today was a cheat day, not weighing myself. What is your current age? I am currently 23 years old, by the way. My birthday is November 7th. So yeah, I'll be 24 this year. I'm super excited, super blessed. How to build discipline and working out on the days that you don't feel motivated. To be honest, there is no other way to put this than just literally forcing yourself to go. Because for me, there are plenty of days where I get up and I go and I don't want to go, but I have to push past that feeling, because the feeling is so temporary. Because I promise you, as soon as you get to the gym and you get into the workout and you get the workout done, you feel so much better than before when you were like, I don't want to go. So I try to really just ignore my feelings, because our feelings be lying to us. Like if we allow our feelings to rule our lives, we never gonna get anything done. So really, you just kind of have to think about the end goal and think about like, you know, what are you doing this for in the first place? Are you doing this to feel better? Are you doing this to be more fit? Are you doing this because maybe you're dealing with like some health issues and you need to take action? Like you have to think about why you're doing this. And I know that sounds like so cliche, like what's your why? And it's like, nah bro, like that junk is true. Like you have to think about what you're doing it for in the first place, because like if you start something and then you stop, you never gonna know what's gonna come out of it. So my biggest advice with like working out on days that you don't feel motivated is to not rely on the feeling of motivation, because you're not always gonna have that. And the only way to build discipline is to literally continue to do something even when you don't want to. That's real discipline. Discipline is doing things that you should do even when you don't want to, or not doing things that you want to do because they're not going to benefit you. Like, discipline is literally saying, I'm gonna have these guidelines and I'm gonna follow these even though I might not want to. So you really have to think about, like, you got to think about it, like, if you want to build discipline, you have to have some sort of a structure and like a plan and like guidelines laid out to help you continue in that discipline. My next question is, do you cook, meal prep, or intermittent fast? Do I cook? Sometimes. I don't always cook. I do like to cook, but I cook the same things. I do not meal prep. I have meal prep before. I don't personally always prefer meal prepping because I'm a very indecisive person. So like one day I want something and the next day I won't. But as of right now, the one thing that's always been consistent for me that I'll always eat is like this breakfast scramble that I make, and it's on my channel. So if you guys haven't seen any of my old videos from the past, definitely go check those out because that's the same thing I eat. And intermittent fasting. Funny thing about this is I actually just started intermittent fasting. So I will intermittent fast from at the latest 10 p.m. to the next day 2 p.m. or 4 p.m. So I start eating at like either 2 p.m. or 4 p.m. and then I'll stop my eating period at either 8 p.m. or 10 p.m. My next question is, what inspired your fitness journey? For those of you guys on Instagram that don't know, but the ones that do know on YouTube, or maybe you don't, I don't know. I was over 400 pounds. So, I mean, me being over 400 pounds definitely like inspired my weight loss journey. But to be honest, my entire life I had always talked about wanting to lose weight, and I've taken action here and there, and like it did work for what it was, but I didn't remain consistent in like what I was doing. So it wasn't until I got over 400 pounds and like my knees started hurting and I literally just was so unhappy with myself, and I was so unhappy with like just the way the life was going. Like literally it felt like darkness was surrounding me, like no lie. I just had to like make a change because I wasn't happy with walking out of the house. I felt like I couldn't walk out the crib without makeup on. I couldn't fit under my pants. Like it just was a very uncomfortable like space for me. And so that really like inspired me to lose weight. And the fact that like I mentioned my freaking knees was hurting when I was walking. So off the simple fact that like if I was standing for too long or if I was walking and like my knees started hurting, I knew something's wrong, we gotta fix this. So that like inspired me to start my weight loss journey. What dietary changes have you made to lose weight? So for me, the dietary changes that I made were literally cutting out sugar. I do the ketogenic diet primarily. Right now I've kind of tweaked it to where like I have my cheat days kind of on the weekends. So like a cheat day don't necessarily mean like I am gonna eat pizza or whatever. It just means like I might eat fruit for the day. I might have like a smoothie for the day. I might have like some crispy chicken. It's not always like super crazy, but for the majority of my week I'm cutting out sugar and I'm cutting out a lot of carbs. My next question is, I noticed you go to the gym. How long of a cardio would you recommend doing? I'm kind of the same size. I'm gonna be honest, I can't like tell you how long you should do cardio for, but I can let you know like how long I was doing cardio for at the beginning. I was doing around 40 minutes of cardio. So sometimes I would get on the treadmill for 20 minutes just to do a mile. Sometimes I would get on the bike for 20 minutes and I would do 4 miles. Sometimes I would do both. I would also try to incorporate steps. Steps is hard though. So I would be on the steps from 5 to 7 minutes. At the max I've done 10 minutes, cause child, doing them steps, you're sweating, like you're drenched in sweat, and it's just not it's not my favorite thing in the world. I be feeling like I'm gonna like fall off the machine, and I've actually fallen off of a step machine before, so that's actually why I don't get on the steps like that. So you know, I feel like if your goal is to lose the weight fast and you're not focused on like muscle building or whatever, I say do about 30 to 40 minutes of cardio every single time you go in. But I also would still recommend for you to do weight training, because I feel like yes, cardio does help. Yes, cardio helps you shed weight faster, but it was the weight training that kind of helped me to build a shape. The next question that I got is, you always share that you are running at the gym. Do you work out on other machines at the moment or only that? So I'm pretty sure this person started following me in like December, because I was sharing that a lot around December, January. So I was jogging because I was really trying to like just help with my breathing and build up my stamina and all of that around that time, which I need to do again, child, because huffing and puffing about to blow the house down now. But yes, I work on other machines. I feel like by now I've kind of showed a little bit more of my gym routine on Instagram, but I'm definitely going to be showing like other machines and stuff too, because I definitely want to show y'all like what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. So yeah, I do. How do you control cravings at your hungriest time of the day? My hungriest time of the day would probably have to be the morning, and since I'm intermittent fasting now, that's really difficult for me, because it's like I should just eat. Like it'd be 8 o'clock, I should just eat, right? But the way to control it is I drink a lot of water. I'll either drink a lot of water or I'll just go like kind of exercise. Other than that, I don't drink no coffee, I don't do nothing else. I just have to focus and shift my energy into something else and literally drink water, because if I don't, I'm gonna give in to eating. And I definitely have like given in to eating before like 4 o'clock. So I'll give in to eating around like 11. So that way it don't feel like too much of a cheat. But yeah, that's how I kind of control my cravings. What advice would you give to someone starting fresh? If you're starting fresh on your weight loss journey or your fitness journey or whatever, my biggest advice to you is to take things slow. Whew, and I wish like... Even talking about this is funny, because I still struggle with like wanting overnight results and feeling like I should lose 40 pounds in a month, and you know, just all these different things. But my biggest advice is to literally take things slow. You are not gonna see overnight results all the time. If you're not like fasting or detoxing your body or whatever, you will not lose 10, 20 plus pounds in a month. It's possible to lose that amount of weight, but you have to recognize that there's a difference between losing water weight and like actual fat. And so a lot of times, like when people be like, oh, I lost this much weight in this much time, it is water weight. It's not always fat. Don't focus so much on that scale number. I know it's going to be very difficult not to focus on it, but you're going to lose so many more inches and so much more water weight off that scale. I would just say, please make sure to take pictures. I have so many pictures of my afters, but I don't have a bunch of pictures from before because I was just so embarrassed. So, you know, just take pictures of yourself. Continue to like buy gym fits and stuff, and like clothes that are gonna make you want to go to the gym more, and like make sure to get rid of all the food in your house that you feel like you gonna lean on when it's not going the way that you think it should. But yeah, my biggest advice is to just continue to take things slow, continue to go at your own pace, and to find somebody that you can like have around you to hold you accountable, whether it be a personal trainer or it be like a friend. You know, just find somebody that you can like tell like, hey, like this is how my journey is going, and that way they can like be there for you. Like, it's so important for you to do it by yourself, but it's also very important for you to have somebody there to kind of pick you up when you fall, because I fallen a little too much, but I definitely got people in my corner like, hey, what's up? What you doing? Get me in line. My next question is, can you do a video on what you eat in a day? Yes, I'll be having one of those videos coming out soon. What's some of your favorite qualities about yourself? I guess my favorite quality about myself is just how friendly I am. Like, I'm a very friendly person. I feel like it's very easy for me to make friends with people and to just have conversation with people. Like, I literally love to talk to people. I honestly just love people in general. So I guess that would be like my biggest flex, you know? Like, it's like I can dang near be friends with anybody. But there are people where I kind of just be like talking to them and I just know that we're not gonna click, and it's I don't know what that is. I feel like it might be more of a spiritual thing than it is a natural thing, but that's neither here nor there. Outside of that, I would have to say another one of my good qualities is the fact that like I really do have faith in God, to the point where whenever I start something, whenever I do something, no matter how hard it is, no matter what it takes, I can't really give up because of my faith in God, because I know God has like already equipped me. He's already got it. He's already told me like we got this. Like, I only got it because he got it. So for me, it's like I could never give up on anything that I do, because I know like I can do all things through Christ. So like, I guess my third favorite quality would have to be how positive I am. I try to remain positive and like just pure, lighthearted at all times, because I feel like life be lifing. And I like to be like, I like to laugh, I like to have fun, I like to joke around, I like to always see the positive. Like, it could be a very negative situation and I'll still be like, oh well, like, nah, this, you know. It's just, I feel like I'm just a very optimistic person. But I feel like that also comes from knowing God, knowing Christ, and knowing that like everything that we go through is worth it. How many kids do you wish to have? Because giving birth is not easy. I think I want 3 kids. I think I want 2 girls and a boy, maybe 2 boys and a girl. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of hard to say because like my family is 2 girls, 2 boys, and it's like we don't feel left out. Like I have a sister, my brother has a brother, so it's kind of like 2 boys but 1 girl. She gonna be left out kind of because she gonna be like, oh, I want a little sister. So then it's like I'm gonna have my kid around her best friend all the time. But then it's like if I have 2 girls and a boy, the boy gonna feel left out because he don't have a brother. I'ma just say this, I want 3 kids, but if God gives me 4, I'm done. What playlist do you listen to when you work out? Y'all gonna think I'm weird, but I don't listen to music when I work out. Like, that's just not my thing. I try to like listen to music sometimes. So if I'm listening to music while I'm working out, it's gonna be a little something a little bit upbeat. I like rap music, so like I listen to J. Cole, I listen to Drake, I listen to, recently I've been liking Blast. I need you to be about we. If you put a limit on your love, then count me. First of all, I can go all day on that one, but I like Blast a lot. Andy Mineo. So if I'm listening to anything, I'll be listening to those artists. But other than that, I don't listen to music. I just let the music play in the gym, or I'll just be in my thoughts. Somebody asked me, what Caribbean flag do you represent? I'm not Caribbean. I'm not Caribbean. I'm Pacific Islander. More specifically, I am Chamorro. My mom is from Saipan and she grew up in Guam. So if you guys don't know, Guam is actually U.S. territory. We don't need a green card. I'm not even trying to be funny, but a lot of people do ask like, oh, did you need a green card? Me specifically, I definitely don't need a green card. I was unfortunately born in Michigan, but it's fine. You know, I'm a Detroit player, you feel me? Current favorite shows. So right now, I finished Love is Blind. Love is Blind was a hot mess, you feel me? Shane, Natalie, if you watched it, I'm not trying to spoil it for the people who don't watch Love is Blind or didn't watch Love is Blind, but LOL. Shayna? Oh, LOL, because dog, that was a hot mess. Please comment down below if y'all watch that. Outside of Love is Blind, my other favorite show right now is The Circle. I started watching The Circle on Netflix. The Circle, that's a hot mess too. It's like a show about who could be the best influencer, but people be on there catfishes. So please watch that. Other than that, I really enjoy All American. I'm watching that. Grownish just wrapped season 4. They're doing season 5 in the summer. That's one of my favorite shows. I said All American Homecoming. I don't watch it, but I see clips and I feel like I would like it, but I can't say it's my favorite, so we're not gonna say that one. I think there's one more. Oh, Love Island UK though. Let's be specific. UK. Okay, I mean America is alright, but it don't give how UK give, and they be trying. Like, you like certain characters, I mean not characters because they're real people. You like certain people that come on the show, but I feel like it doesn't stick how Love Island UK does. So my last question is, what keeps you going at your lowest point? I think what keeps me going when I'm at a really low point would have to be literally never wanting to go back to my other lowest points. I don't think I ever in my life want to go back to being over 400 pounds. And though, like, I'm not even too far from where I started. I just told y'all earlier in the video, like, you know, my weight has been fluctuating between like the 330s, 340s, and like I've gained over 20 pounds in like the past year, and it's been really difficult for me to like get that off. The biggest difference for where I am now and where I was then 3 years ago is the fact that like my confidence is different. Like, how I feel about myself is different. How I move is different. How I treat people is different. So like what keeps me going is knowing that I've already like made so much progress, and like, yeah, I'm not where I want to be or whatever, but my body has changed, like I've changed, and I feel like that's enough to keep going. Literally just knowing like where I've come from and knowing that I don't never want to go back to that is enough. So what I try to do, like, help me is continue to look at pictures, continue to acknowledge the progress. And I know I know it might be like baffling to some people when I post reels of myself and I show like the progress and stuff. Like I've gotten comments where people are like, you need to keep going, you need to stop thinking that it's just about working out and it's about food and it's about this and it's about that. Like I get some negative comments sometimes, but I really have to realize like God has brought me so far and there's nobody that can take that away from me. There's nothing that can take that away from me, and that's literally just that. So that's what keeps me going. That's what helps me when I'm at these low points, is understanding that like now isn't my forever and I'm not gonna allow it to be my forever. And again, I've come so far, and like that's enough reason to rejoice. That's enough reason to keep going. That's enough reason to literally give God all the praise, all the honor, all the glory, and to just keep it moving. That was all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm so happy to finally be able to do this Q&A and to kind of get these answers out of the way, because it's long overdue. So I apologize for the delay, but I'm overwhelmingly joyful of the fact that it's finally about to go up on my channel. So yeah, make sure to follow me on Instagram if you haven't already. Turn on post notification bell for my channel too. Make sure to subscribe, and just know I'm back with the content. You feel me? So I'm going to see you guys in my next video. Bye.